If you can't swing the club right, and one man who could help you with that particular problem is the renowned coach David Leadbetter. The best players in the world will tell you he's the best in the business, and the man himself was kind enough to share some of his wisdom with our pro, Chris Meadows.
David, over the last 20 years you've coached many of the world's leading players, and equipment's changed so much in that time. How have those players adapted their swing? How have you worked with them to change their technique?
Well, it's interesting, Chris, because the fact is that golf is very much an athletic sport now. I mean, it has been to a certain extent for many years, and you think in terms of Jack Nicklaus, how he was a number of years ago, very, very long. But if you look at players now, there's a number of players that are long. It's not just one particular player. And so players now are looking in terms of power being such a big key on these golf courses. I mean, it's a chicken and egg situation. The longer they hit it, the longer they make the courses. The longer they make the courses, the longer you've got to hit it. So, and you find the young players that are coming into the game, their technique is such, because of the equipment, the fact that now players can go so much more aggressively at the ball without fear of hitting it offline.
What does biomechanics mean?
Well, it's really the study of motion, really how, and obviously in all walks of life, where you're talking about somebody who's had a car accident and you're rehabbing them, really how they move, how their motion is. And, you know, in golf, it's really trying to create the most efficient motion possible and generating the most power. And so, yes, you can see some swings which are fairly wild. I mean, if you look at a John Daly, I mean, he has great biomechanics, because when you're creating a lot of speed, a lot of power, I mean, his isn't what I would term the most efficient with that long swing. You're seeing players now who are able to have much shorter. If you look at a player like an Adam Scott or a young Charles Howell from America, these are skinny kids who are generating a lot of power with a fairly compact looking swing. And that's what you're seeing in the modern swing, generating power from one segment of the body to the other. In other words, going from the hips up through the body, down through the arms and hands, and finally into the club heads. I mean, if you look at, say, a Tiger Woods, an unbelievable physical specimen, probably could play any other sport. Just tremendous talent, just a great athlete, and one who's actually developed his physique and worked on his physique in order to obviously hit the ball the distances that he hits it. But remembering that, hey, the stronger you are, as long as you're working the correct muscles for golf, the easier it is to build a repeating golf swing. I think we're on the verge of really sort of crossing into a new frontier in golf and finding out, hey, what makes a good swing work, and when somebody is swinging well, what they're actually doing and helping them to actually keep on track, and that's key.
All right, time